How many of you like watching superhero science fiction movies? Right? I'm a geek. I'm a complete geek. I love watching the classic Star Wars. I've watched all of the Marvel movies. Why do we keep going back and back to these movies? Why do we keep seeing the prequels, the sequels? Why do people spend millions of dollars on making these movies? For me, it's the fascination of new technology. I love technology. All of us love technology. All of us want the new smartwatches, the new smartphones, the new smart sweepers. Man, everyone loves technology. And with technology, I feel it makes us feel connected. IoT, the Internet of Things, makes us feel more connected. And the more connected we feel, the more secure we feel. I have a smartwatch in my hand, it monitors my health, I feel more secure. I have a security system in India, I feel secure. I can see stuff from my phone. So I really believe that it all starts with a fascination. I will, the fascination is not only about there's more than 2 times the devices that are going to be there in this ecosystem. 27 billion IoT devices by 2025. This brings an immense market share for us. Hi everyone, I'm Krish Pherwani from 11 IoT and Cloud Technologies. So I come from the city called Pune. Pune is a very KNX friendly city. We have a lot of system integrators and also a couple of members from Pune. Today I'll be speaking about our offerings and our experience developing a KNX IoT router. So we started a decade back as system integrators for KNX. We did a lot of projects around India, smart homes, smart buildings, smart hotels. From there, we transitioned into working on our automation and IoT protocols as software developers. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce my product, InfiWare, for smart homes and smart buildings. I'm sure a lot of our system integrator friends have been through this, right? You do an installation, you go back home, the customer calls you the next day and nothing's working. Trust me, we've been through this as well. InfiWare. InfiWare is a multi-protocol server. Our two goals with InfiWare is everything on one platform and operate from anywhere. InfiWare is built keeping in mind two key people. One is the system integrator, and the other is the end customer. For the end customer, we have amazing features such as end customers can create the scenarios within the application. They can create schedules within the application, and they can create logic features within the application. This is a simple schematic of how InfiWare works. So here we have the InfiWare i1, and here you have your KNX installation. So InfiWare i1 will communicate your devices locally as well as through the cloud. We also enable Alexa, Google, and HomeKit voice assistants. The 11RT toolkit, this is something we are really proud of. The 11RT toolkit works on both Windows and Mac. It's designed to give you rapid, so like programmers, installers can make the installations rapidly. It's a powerful toolkit. It solves a lot of the complicated algorithms within the toolkit. And we have a ready set of drivers. We also build custom drivers on request. The 11IoT Cloud. The 11IoT Cloud gives your KNX installation remote access. It is secure with OAuth 2.0 security. A big advantage of InfiWare is that we also offer over-the-air updates. So all our firmware is updated through our cloud. So this was in July when we pitched to be a part of the KNX Startup Incubator. And when Yesu said, okay, we can be a part of this, we were really excited. Being a part of the incubator gave us a lot of access to the KNX specifications. We were provided a lot of support through KNX experts. Mostly, the biggest thing which we felt was they let us innovate. They let us innovate and create something on the new KNX IoT stack. So when we were going through the specifications, this is the schematic which really intrigued us. So in India, when we do KNX installations, we sell it as a wired installation. But having KNX wirelessly over IP just blew our mind. So when we pitched to be a part of the incubator, we were given a challenge. And the challenge was to build a KNX Point API gateway. So what is KNX IoT? Right? So a challenge was, a good thing about KNX is that whenever they build something new, they always ensure it is interoperable. So with the KNX IoT router in place, you can enable communication between KNX Classic and KNX IoT. So when we started working on the product, our first question was, what's the essence of KNX IoT? How do I differentiate KNX IoT from KNX Classic? A big learning curve for us was, so the KNX IoT specification, the embedded communication happens through CoAP. As an IoT company, we had worked with MQTT before. So for some rookies, so imagine for some system integrators, all of us know what KNX Classic is, right? So let's say I have a house with 200 KNX Classic devices. So if I want to control these devices through the cloud or through a visualization, I usually use an IP interface and IP router, and that's how I communicate with these devices, right? But with the future changing, I'll have more connected devices. When I'm doing a classic installation with one IP interface, I only have one IP address. But when I'm doing a futuristic installation, I'll have 200 connected devices. I'll have 200 IoT devices. Every device will have a unique IP address. And that's what KNX IoT does beautifully. With KNX IoT, system integrators can easily program their installation. So imagine you have 200 IoT devices in the house, and we are used to using ETS, right? In the same way, you can program your KNX IoT devices. I think that's the beauty of KNX IoT. So we were successful to build the KNX IoT router within the InfyWare i1, and we were successfully able to communicate between KNX IoT and KNX Classic. Uh, I hope all of you can go to KNX booth in Hall 2, and we have a live demonstration of the same thing. A good thing of having the KNX IoT router built within the InfyWare i1 is that we do give over-the-air firmware updates. So with new specifications coming in, with new devices coming in, we can always update our server. A few things which I think are really strong about KNX IoT is that the possibility of having wireless communication over IP. KNX IoT devices are based on IPv6. CoAP is what the communication protocol used for KNX IoT is really secure, with security such as OS core and DTLS. I mean, it's really good. A big strength of KNX IoT is the configuration is similar to Classic. As a part of the incubator, we also want to develop a KNX IoT third-party API server. I think KNX IoT is truly the future. With 11 IoT and the KNX Startup Incubator, we really want to enhance interoperable devices. We want to deploy rapidly. We want to ensure IoT is actually used. And we want to future-proof the KNX supremacy. Thank you.